want to tell us what kind of records we're looking at this week?
Well, Lakewood's 4-2. They've lost to State Powerhouse, Hayes Valley, and lost to Washington Courthouse. Sounds like a pretty good football team, Gary.
Sounds like good. You were saying something a while ago that the teams we've beaten are what?
Yeah, the
2-16.
The teams London's beat this year so far are 2-16 is what their record is, but the combined record of the teams that have beaten London are 16-2. So London's been beaten by some good football teams and beaten up on some average teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're coming off a pretty tough loss last week up at Licking Valley, so I'm looking for us to rebound and come back and show something. This is Hall of Fame night, so you folks stick around. We've got some
Two inductees. First inductee, Eldon Perk Markley. Perk is a 1944 LHS graduate, lettered football 4 times, basketball 3 times, and 4 times in baseball. In football, he was London's first team formation quarterback. In 1940-44, he was the J.K. Coverley Cup honoree as a student athlete. In 1943, he was All-Ohio. 1943 Backfield Award as the best football back. Also in football, a Cheseldine Cup honoree. In 1943, he led London High School to a 7-1 record, including a win over Upper Arlington. In basketball, he was the Gretchen Von Cannell Plaque honoree, and in baseball, the Sue Hartley Cup honoree. Perk is accompanied here tonight by friend Bob Murray, my brother Herb Markley, my daughter Cindy Schneider, and grandsons Sawyer and Sam Schneider.
How you doing? What's going on?
And his presenter tonight, son Tom Markley. Tom, if you would make the presentation. Eldon Perk Markley, London High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Our second honoree is Alicia Hastings Tremaine. Alicia is a 1995 graduate of London High School, lettered cross country 3 times, basketball 2 times, and track all 4 years. In cross country, she was a part of the 1992 and 93 BAC and district team champions. Individually, she was a 1994 Buckeye Athletic Conference champion. First team All BAC 1994 and first team All District 1994. BAC Scholar Athlete 92, 93, and 94. And earned the senior plaque for cross country in 1994. In track, she earned first team All BAC honors 92, 93, 94, and 95. And was a part of the BAC team champions all 4 of those years. She was also a 1995 BAC individual champion in the 800 and 1600 meter runs. She is a state meet qualifier, 1994 and 95, in the 4x400, 4x800, and the 1600 meter run. She also earned academic All-Ohio honors 1994 and 95. She was a BAC Scholar Athlete all 4 years in track. She's still the lead runner on the school record 4x400 relay team. Fastest time ever. She was a regional meet qualifier, 92, 93, 94, and 95. And in 1995, she earned the W.H. Rice plaque for track. As a walk-on athlete, she attended Ohio University 1995 to 99, earned 2 varsity letters in cross country, and 1 varsity letter in track at OU, one of the strongest track and cross country programs in the Mid-American Conference. She was also the OHS AA Archie Griffin Sportsmanship Award winner 94, 95, and in 95, she earned the U.S. Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award. She's accompanied here tonight by her mother and father, John and Judy Hastings, and her presenter, her husband of just barely a month, Mark Tremaine. Alicia Hastings Tremaine, London High School Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Perp and his family, to Alicia and her family. Congratulations and welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Here comes Lakewood Lancers, isn't it? I think they're Lancers.
Yeah, I think it's Lakewood Lancers. Yeah, out of Lakewood, just a little bit west of, or a little bit east of Heat.
Yeah, not too far from where we were last week up in the Licking Valley area. Like I say, they're coming in here with what kind of record, Keith?
Lakewood's 4-2. They're currently ranked 8th in our region in computer points, so if the playoffs started today, they'd be playing up against Big Walnut. And so they'd be in the playoffs with their 4-2 record.
Who's got the page for the John Oliver changes? Go down. Ron Bone, great big guy.
Okay, now we're getting ready to see London coming in. London's
yeah, he'll be on the show.
coming in right on the monitor right in front of you, Keith.
You can get
Busting through that new sign.
Yep. Well, that sign is, see, they're taping it back together real quick. And they're trying to get out of the way. The wind will blow it loose. It's reusable.
Here comes Andre.
They cut some of the edges out to the side so it won't fall down on them anymore. They got smart. So here comes the London Red Raiders out. They should be fired up tonight because they're going to have to be going up against the 4-2 team. I think Lakewood is, I don't know who they've played so far, but I've been hearing some good stories about them. So London's going to have to be up. London's coming in here at 3-3, aren't we?
3-3.
3-3 after a loss to Licking Valley. And it was the score doesn't really tell you the game, because there was some high points, some good spots in there when London had the ball, and some good tackles and stuff. So we just have to rebound, cut out a few mistakes, and we'll be right back on the winning track again. I think they've moved some players around, some different positions. So this is going to be interesting. Myers and Brock will be going back to receive the kickoff.
Looks like Lakewood's going to kick off. That looks like number 83, Josh Wells, to be doing the kicking for the Lancers.
Josh Wells preparing to kick off for the Lancers. Back to the Raiders, number 38, Jordan Brock.
Yeah, Lakewood's had, I guess they've beaten the teams this year that they should have beaten, and they've lost to the teams everybody kind of thought they'd lose to. They did get beat by a very good Tays Valley team that's state ranked. But 2 weeks ago they lost to Washington Courthouse, so I guess that was kind of the surprise to their season. But their big games are ahead of them. They've got, right after London, they've got Greenfield McLean next week.
Yeah,
and Greenfield McLean's 5-1 right now after 6 weeks, and then the following week they play Licking Valley. It's 6-0 right now, so their big season starts tonight.
So here we go. There's the kickoff. It's going to go to Brock. He takes it at about the 15-yard line. He's got a wall. He's got a line there. And a fumble right off the bat.
It's like Lakewood football.
Lakewood's ball. So mistakes are killing us already.
I couldn't tell, Gary. Did he get hit right there on that drop, or was he switching hands?
I will not even say. I'm not sure. This seems to be some kind of a plague against us. I don't know. We got some kind of a.
Oh, Gary, what's the scuttlebutt you heard this week on the change in the line in the London defense?
Well, I think Tyree's moved to a different spot. He was no, he's still there at the middle linebacker, Carl.
He's a middle linebacker, which is different because he was a defensive tackle.
Okay,
we'll try to free him up to make more tackles. That's quarterback keeper. That's number 5, Zach McKinney, over the left-hand side.
And Wadsworth in on that tackle that time. No, they're pulling up a Tyree too.
Back on the field, number 25, David Watson.
David. Okay.
Looks like one of the big switches that there's a freshman in there playing defensive tackle, number 44, Pat O'Farrell. There's no redshirt freshman in high school or anything like that. That's a true freshman in there.
That's a true freshman playing.
So he's going to take the strong side defensive tackle position and free Tyree up to play linebacker.
Here come right up the middle again. Same play.
That's 36, Randall Atkins.
It looked like Tyree in on that one. They're not running away from Tyree for sure.
That's a 200-pound, 192-pound fullback there, so pretty good-sized kid busting through the line there for Lakewood.
We're in the first quarter. There's no score. London took the opening kickoff to about the 35-yard line, somewhere around in that area, and then fumbled on the kickoff, so Lakewood ends up with the ball. It's 3rd and 5 on the 27-yard line.
McKinney back to pass.
And they went out, and I tell you what, had that ball been on the money, we'd have been in trouble. Because the receiver was wide open. He made the cut inside. Who's that, number 10?
That was
That's Josh Dickens.
Yeah, they was trying to get the pass to Jason Neller, a senior wide receiver, and he was wide open, Gary. Seems like London needs to tighten up a little bit on the defense there.
Just a little bit overthrown.
Brings up 4th and 5.
On the 27-yard line, no score yet. Lakewood back to pass. It's going to be a sack, and they're sacked, and London will take over on tackle by Wasmuth on about the 37-yard line.
Well, Gary, looks like London put in a safety blitz package there. Wasmuth came up and also had the linebacker blitz from Willard.
I'm surprised they didn't try a short out-of-bounds kick or something. But that's a pretty good field position right here. So that fumble didn't hurt us too much. We're right back to where we started from, just about. We might have gained a couple yards on that fumble.
Everything looks pretty much the same on offense. Dickon under center with the same senior backfield. There's Laney.
And he's met at the line. He got, as a matter of fact, he lost a couple yards. Looked like he might have been running to his own man first. I'm not sure.
They gave credit on the tackle to number 48, Matt Hudson there. He's a nose guard. We'll probably be hearing his name quite a bit tonight as long as London's running inside.
You okay, Carl? Cold? We got Pro I, hand off to Laney again. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Looked like Big David Cottrell on the tackle there, number 75.
No score in the game so far. We're down to 9:32 mark.
Look, Gary, this is going to bring up 3rd and 10 for London. Might see passing situation here.
Wind's blowing pretty hard. Yeah. So like Keith said, it's 3rd and 10, 38-yard line. We are in a passing situation, I believe.
He's looking for Tyree. He pitches to Willard, the fullback.
There's nothing doing there. He tries to come back against the gain. He might pick up about a yard or two. So London will be in a punting fumble. I thought it was a fumble, but I wasn't going to say. I thought he was down at first.
Well, it looked like on that play, Gary, they tried to slip Tyree out, and it looks like a linebacker and a safety picked up on him pretty quick, and he wasn't open, so Dickens decided to pitch it to Willard, and London ends up with the 2nd fumble of the evening. And we're only 4 minutes into the ball game, so let's hope that's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, we've got to get plagued with those fumbles, I tell you. We got a timeout here, the official. Oh, the kicking tee's still on the field. Can you believe that? We're at the 8:48 mark and the kicking tee is still on the field. What are they playing? Sarah Ann? What is the name of that song? Ba ba ba. Quick hitter up the middle. He picked up about a yard or two.
Looked like that fullback dive again.
Number 36, Randall Atkins, is ball carrier. Jordy Jackson. You'll probably hear that name a lot. Between him and Andre Tyree, you hear them names called a lot on defense.
I look for more tackles from Tyree tonight more than ever, because playing at linebacker position, you're naturally going to get more tackles in this 5-2 type defensive setup. Got a man in motion, roll out the pass. And it's
No good. Incomplete pass, as the quarterback was pressured pretty much by Enlow.
Looked like that was Aaron Swinetack out there on the reception. He was open, but
I said Enlow, but I think it was Micah Stoke. Micah Stoke was in there and on putting the pressure.
You know, Mike is about 6'6", 240 pounds. If he's running after me, I'd be throwing the ball quick too.
That's a big young man.
Looks like McKinney back to pass again.
Almost picked off.
And David Watson going for his 3rd interception of the year right there almost. And looks like that was Stokes again on quite a bit of pressure along with Jordan Brock. 32 is back there.
Looked like a volleyball play. Looked like he tipped it over the net.
That brings up a 4th down for the Lancers.
Brings up a punting situation for Lakewood.
They're not wasting any time.
It's like 18 wheelers back and they're kicking to his side, but that's going out of bounds.
It's going out of bounds at the 10-yard line. What do they call it? They move it up.
Well, it looks like London's going to take over on about their own 16-yard line to start this possession. So
that ball went out real quick, didn't it? Because it looked like it was about the 10-yard line. So London takes over, and there's still no score in the game. We're at the 7:59 mark, and ball is moving pretty good. We've got quite a strong wind. They are attempting some passes on a 16-yard line, like you said, Keith. 1st and 10.
Yeah, it looks like kind of a crosswind tonight. Normally blowing straight across the field. So it might affect the passing game a little bit. He's looking for the 18-wheeler.
He come back to get it. Oh, he almost was able to make one of his spectacular catches. It bounced around, and I just knew he had that one the way it was bouncing around.
Well, Brandon did a nice job there trying to fight for that ball over top of number 12, Jason Neller.
Yeah, because he almost had to turn into a defensive player.
Oh, yeah. He almost tipped it to himself and was heading toward pay dirt, maybe.
And you'd think they'd be, most teams be wise to that play, because that was the play that London capitalized on a lot last year, and they've done really good with it this year. They may not realize how fast he is. Laney up the left side of the line, he picked up about 4 yards. Laney had a good game last week. Something like 180 yards, I believe.
Yeah, Laney's had 2 good games in a row. I mean, where he's been over 150 yards. So he's shown some real promise for London this year. Of course, it's his senior year. It's his time to shine.
Right.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, looks like.
So neither team has done anything with the ball so far. 3rd and 6 on the 20-yard line.
Something I'm noticing about Lakewood, they do play their safeties close to the line on certain defensive formations, which could lead to some big play opportunities for London.
Laney's sweeping to the right side. He's got a little room. He's going to be the 1st down.
Boy, Gary, he was running hard there. You just see those legs keep on pumping as he just ran on over people.
He's coming up limping.
Tackled by number 16, Rick Morgan, and knocked before he picked up the Raider 1st down.
Enlow goes in the game with the play. Yeah, you got a better hurry. They take quite a bit of time here. We got 6:46 to go in the 1st quarter, and there's still no score. London comes out pro eye, hand off the 1st man up, number 45.
That's Willard. He took a big hit by number 44 there, Cody DeBalvossi. I don't think I got that one right there.
But not until after he had picked up about 6 yards.
Yep, Scott took a big hit and he kept on going, so did a nice job there.
Yeah, it's pretty close to voice. We'll see what the announcer says. Demo voice.
Like it's going to be 2nd and 4. Dickens going to have to scramble and run. He's got Tyree open. He slips and falls. Intercepted by Mike Dawson, number 11. He's still
on running. He's all the way back to the Oh, about the 25-yard line. Charlie slipped and fell.
Andre was wide open though, wasn't he?
Yeah. I couldn't tell whether the ball was thrown behind him and he had to turn and try to get back and slipped or what. But whatever happened, he slipped. And I'm pretty sure the field's got to be wet.
6-yard line, 1st and 10.
1st and 10. The game's been played right there between the 40 and the 30 so far.
Boy, London's been giving Lakewood every opportunity in the world to try to punch this ball into the end zone. And of course, London's playing good defense.
Jordy Jackson on the tackle. We got a flag on the play.
Well, this flag's been thrown. That's been thrown away from the play. So.
Got a hold there, holding call, I believe, against the Lakewood. I got to give a shout out to the guys down at the Dixie. Red Rutherford. He can't stay up late enough to watch the games, so I guess I put on in the afternoons to, you know. He's getting old. He can't help it. He needs his rest. First and 10 on the 37-yard line. No, it's 1st and 20.
1st and 21. Let's see.
1st and 21.
Well, London's got good pressure on McKinney all night so far, so every time he's rolled back to pass, there's a swing pass. There's Wheeler on the tackle.
And they got a flag. It might be a face mask.
Yep, that's going to put, that might be almost the first, yeah, they're going to add on 15 from the penalty. That's going to probably bring up about 2nd and 3.
Those face masks look so inviting. No, we didn't have face masks when I was in school. You didn't believe me when I told you that, did you? Cookie told you, didn't he? If you look at his nose, you can tell he didn't have one. He'll see this and he'll be on my case now. I know it. He'll be definitely on my case.
He's out of control.
Oh, they're on me already. Oh, we only got a 5-yarder out of that.
So the officials have an option of calling a flagrant face masking call, which is 15 yards, or just a casual face mask for 5. And it looks like this is a 5-yarder, so it's going to bring up 1st and 12.
I like the way you explained that casual face mask. There's almost a 69, you know, and that's that Marcus Stokes.
We've been hearing his name a lot tonight. He's done a nice job so far.
Jordy. Have you got your headphone on? Okay. Now you see what I got to go through? He's got his headphone on, Carl, but he's got no, he's got his microphone in the back, coming out the back of his head. Looks like a Martian up here.
That's number 36.
And he pulls out about a 6-yarder there.
That's Randall Atkins, the fullback. He's been just about their only success story tonight so far.
So that'll make it about a 3rd and about 5.
Hey, these defensive adjustments for London seem to be paying off. Of course, a lot of the tackles still coming from the front 4, and we've seen Stokes and Jordy Jackson make most of the tackles.
3rd and 6 on the 21-yard line. There's still no score. We're still in the 1st quarter. We're at the 4-minute mark right now. This game's going fast.
That's McKinney back to pass.
And a good pass and a good catch, but looks like he might have got back to the original line of scrimmage with it.
Number 5, Zach McKinney, pass complete. Number 12, Jason Miller.
That's going to bring up 4th and 4, looks like.
But it was a good catch. Yeah, they did pick up 2 yards that time, Carl.
I'd look for Lakewood to go for it. I'm not sure if they got a field goal kicker capable of putting one through from.
And we got a timeout, Lakewood, as they try to decide whether they want to kick a field goal or not. And we get a shot of the cheerleaders. They're dressed for it tonight, ain't they? I can remember when they didn't wear sweats like that. Never made a lot of sense to me down there freezing. London's got some new people in the lineup, you say?
Yeah, it looks like number 44, Pat O'Farrell, gets his first start for varsity tonight as a freshman.
How big is Pat?
He's pretty good size. 6 foot 205. When I saw him play in the 8th grade.
Okay, here we go. We got the man with the painted chest on. Did you supply the paint for that?
No, I still haven't contacted him about where he gets his paint out. We need to get an official name for whatever his character is, so we don't have to call him the guy.
Somebody told me his name. I told you last
Seth
week.
Ray. Freshman Seth Ray.
Seth Ray. Lakewood sets back, and he gets out of it.
Got a man open.
Yeah, and we got material. Good play.
He's going to be stopped short of the first down, so London's going to take over on possessions.
So we get the ball. So far, the game's been played between the 40 and the 20 of London's.
You know, Gary, I'm not sure, but I don't think Lakewood has a first down yet.
I'm not sure.
So I think London's only got one so far, but
and we're down to 3:39. I don't think they've got one either. We're down to 3:39 in the first quarter, and there's still no score. Game's been played on our side of the field.
Well, they're using a lot of single coverage on London's receivers.
Here comes Laney to the left, to the near side of the field, and he slips.
That number 75, David Cottrell, just made a beautiful play. Fought off 2 blockers and took the tailback Laney down.
Did he actually get his hands on Laney, or did Laney slip trying to cut back?
Well,
he knocked the guy into Laney.
Guy into him.
Okay. So. 75.
That's Cottrell.
162 pounder, 5'8".
That's what you call disrupting the backfield. That's going to bring up 2nd and 15. Look for London
on the 17-yard line.
Double coverage on Wheeler up on the top of your screen. Tyree in motion. There's a lateral to Laney.
Laney's got a little bit of running room, and he picks up about 5 yards on that play.
It's number 60, Rick Morgan, on the tackle. He's one of their seniors that
give him 5 yards, but it's still going to be about 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Well, Gary, you got to say we've seen some creativity out of London's offense tonight. Kind of some interesting pitchbacks and interesting kind of plays.
That was a weird pitchback, because that was a pass pitchback.
Yeah, now if that ball's not caught, that's a live football, so right. Anybody can pick it up and run on it.
It was nearly thrown, but it was actually thrown behind Lane. Yeah. He done a good job of making the catch and controlling it. We got 18 Wheeler wide to the near side of your here, so
okay, that's going to be a delay game against London. That's going to set them back 5 more, so it's going to bring up...
we're trying to figure out if there's any other penalties we can get and try to get them all out in this first quarter. It's 2:05 to go in the first quarter, and London's had 2 fumbles, an interception, face mask, and now we get a delay of game penalty. So now we've got all that out of our system, we're ready to play some football.
Well, Lakewood's been showing a lot of single coverage on the outside receivers. Looks like they've got single coverage on Wheeler on the bottom of your screen, so.
Yeah, he backs up on Wheeler. They're looking for him. I figured the play was going for him.
That's where the play's going.
Thrown. Intercepted.
What a catch, though, by number 12, Jason Neller. He did a beautiful layout catch there, didn't he?
Yeah, he actually outran Wheeler. Yeah, we'll call that, it was 4th down, wasn't it? We'll call that a punt.
Yeah.
So, the punt was returned to the 46-yard line, we'll say. You're right. That's what cost it. That's their worst field position. Maybe we can keep pushing them back, way back. We'll get them down to the other end zone. So there's 2 interceptions tonight.
There's McKinney back to pass. He's pressured
laid
again.
out there. I tell you what, they're getting some beautiful pass routes.
That was Swinetek on the dive. He seemed like he was quite a ways away from Abby. At least gave the effort to go for the ball.
Yeah, and I do like that. But nice. He was a good 3 yards or more behind Wheeler.
You having to catch who had the pressure on the quarterback there, Gary?
No, I didn't. I was watching the ball.
Yeah, Gary, back to Pat O'Farrell. I remember seeing him play 8th grade last year, and I said when I saw it, I said, there's a kid that might be able to play as a freshman. He's just physically big and seemed like he enjoys playing the game.
Oh, and he got
Laney
loose.
didn't wrap him.
Laney made a big hit and wasn't able to wrap him, and 25 comes up behind him. That's Wasmuth?
That's Wasmuth that made the tackle. It's still going to leave Lakewood just about a yard short of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
We got some little young men over here don't want to stop running. He run like Laney.
I'll tell you what, BJ hit him hard right there. He just didn't wrap him up.
He stopped him in his tracks. Just wasn't able to wrap him up. We're got to 3rd and 1, and we're down to a minute and a half to go in the first quarter, and there's still no score. We are at the 40. They got it on the 50-yard line, so they're saying, but the ball's on the 45.
That fullback Atkins again. That looks like they're going to Atkins, a big fullback, and it's going to bring up, I think that's Lakewood's first down of the night.
First down. And they will take the ball down to about the 41-yard line. The yard line must not be working on the clock. Is it? What's it say on that clock? Oh, it's changed now.
Yeah, they got it now. Ball on the 41, on London's 41. So pretty much played in London's defensive half of the field all night so far.
It's 1st and 10. We're under a minute. And there's no score yet in the first quarter. Got a man in motion. He took a little time to get in motion.
Like the pass from McKinney. He's open. Oh!
I tell you what, if these guys could catch that ball, London would be in some trouble. They are beating our defenders like they're not even out there.
At number 16, Josh Parrish, a sophomore. I think he's a backup quarterback. He almost had that thing.
They're running some sweet pass routes, evidently. 2nd and 10 on the 41-yard line.
Well, I think a lot of it is London's corners looking for that inside help from the safety on the slant pattern, and I don't think the safety's quite getting over there. So
right now they got double. Yeah, they got double coverage out there this time.
They got 2 receivers at the top of your screen. That's a fullback again. Tyree Met's a big hit on him.
So did Wasmuth put a big hit on the quarterback after the fake. He followed through with the fake and he took a crack. So we got a 3rd and 10, now 3rd and 7.
Yeah, it looks like getting one more play here in the first quarter, and maybe we won't.
We probably haven't used any time, have we, Carl?
Really?
This game's going fast.
Down to 7 seconds. McKinney's back to pass again.
And he got it. He had a receiver out there.
Well, Dickin did a nice job there kind of holding up the receiver, and I think that was kind of legal holding there. Just kind of blocked his path a little bit.
I just saw the official pass the ball to the sideline. He looked better than the passer. The 2 passers I've seen tonight. He put a mean spiral on that ball.
Now, Gary, we got 1 second left in the first quarter, so
1.1, Carl.
Pretty sure this will be the last play of the first quarter. Yeah, this is 4th and 7. They're going for him. McKinney's back to pass. Pressure from Wasmuth on the safety.
And he's got room. And he's going to get it. He's got more room. He's still on his feet.
Still on his feet.
And he's going to go all the way down to about the 8-yard line.
Jordan Brock finally comes up on the tackle. But nice run by the quarterback there, wasn't it?
Mean run. I seen all his receivers were covered. So he took off to the left side, and he just looked like he had some wheels there.
Yeah,
go ahead.
London's been gambling a lot with the blitzes from the safety position, and looked like David Wasmuth just kind of overran the play, and quarterback McKinney just got around the outside, and he made a nice run.
So we end the first quarter with no score. And say it again, Carl. Then in the first quarter with no score, and most of the game's been played on London's end of the field. And right now, we got a 1st and 8 on the 8-yard line for the Lakewood Lancers. So this is as close as they've come to scoring after all the opportunities they've been given. So maybe we might have to let them score so we can go ahead and play ball.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Probably don't. Now's the time to tighten up and get in gear, because it seems like everything we're doing is going against us. Laney makes a big hit, and the guy slides away from him. The next thing you know, the quarterback rolls out and picks up some blocking and picks up about 40-some yards. As Carl picks up some of the faithful few out in this cold. We got a bigger crowd than I thought we'd have.
Yeah.
Started out kind of sparse.
I think if you would have told London's coaching staff that if they'd had 4 turnovers and still be tied at the end of the first quarter, they'd probably be real happy with that news. So I guess hopefully we can just pick it up and go from there.
Yeah, we're getting ready to start a play.
It's 1st and goal from the 8 here. They got 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Looks like McKinney.
Quarterback keeper.
Oh, he's in there.
He's in. Untouched.
Untouched. I think I could have ran through that hole, Gary.
You think so? Yeah,
I think Carl doubts if I could have made it through that hole.
So we finally have a score. 6 minutes into the second quarter, Lancers go up 6-0, pending the extra point. Try.
Well, that was a nice play. He just faked the pitch to his tailback coming around. They had London spread to the wide side of the field, and he just took it home. Beautiful run, beautiful play call by Lakewood.
What we got going here? Got the officials calling something.
Yeah, it looks like the player took too long getting his shoe on.
Yeah, Carl, they even have kicking shoes now. They didn't have kicking shoes when we played. You used tennis shoes.
Well, that's 83. He was playing tight end on offense, so he wanted to get his kicking shoe on. So
they waved it off on him, give him time to get his shoe on.
There's the hold. There's the kick. It's good.
And it's there. So we have a score right now of 7-0 with 11:54 to go. The Lancers will be kicking off for the second time. Good shot at the scoreboard there, Carl. You know what? You got to watch what you're saying, because Steve put his headphone on the microphone. We'll find out. It might be now.
I looked up and I said, oh man,
It's just hanging there, Carl.
Well, Gary, maybe this touchdown here against London may fire the squad up here a little bit. I mean, it seems like somebody's got to light a little fire underneath these Red Raiders.
Got to get
They
something
seem to be going through the motions right now.
Something doesn't seem to be working right for them.
Looks like they're not expecting Wells to kick it too deep. That's a swift kick coming through. Looks like Willard's going to pick it up.
Is he going to pick it up?
If he picks it up.
And he's hit immediately. It took like too much time to pick it up.
Looks like that was pretty much a planned play by Lakewood. They've obviously seen something about London's return capabilities there.
How do those gloves work? They work out pretty good.
I would think so, because they're on there pretty tight, but
Lennon took a lot of time just to pick up the ball. So we're going to start out 1st and 10 on the 31-yard line. We're in the second quarter, trailing 7-0. 11:50 to go in the second quarter.
Looks like that's Laney through the middle.
He kind of and London got it back.
Thank goodness there, Sean Myers popped on that football.
Either we can't hold on to the ball, or they've got some pretty slick tacklers that are knocking that ball out of there. That ball popped out pretty
excited about that run from BJ. He kind of slithered through there a couple different times. He slipped tacklers, and then when they finally hit him, they must have hit him good.
Yeah. He might have got a helmet right on the ball, because that ball comes straight up in the air almost.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 1, so we could see London possibly in a maybe try to get maybe try a pass play here.
Then we got a timeout with Dickens calling it. That's a long one.
I don't think Dickens had people in the right position on offense, so decided it wasn't worth to try to put the play through. So.
Yeah, and it's time we got it together now. London had a good play, and we did get our fumble back, so I really think there was a helmet on that what caused that fumble there. I think the being cold out there has something to do with it, and they haven't been playing in this weather.
That could have something to do with it, but I mean, BJ's strong, you know. I figure they must have hit it pretty hard to get that thing to pop out of there like that. I don't think that thing's just going to slip out of his arms that easy.
Carl, when you pick up cheerleaders, they don't do anything. I say congratulations to the girls' volleyball team, which you'll be seeing them Monday this week after this game's over, after this game's played. They beat Bexley 2 out of 3. So they got a pretty good record now. I believe it's 10-3, I think. And the 3 losses were in a tournament. Oh, that's right, 10-4. Lost to Jonathan Alder.
Looks like the fake to the fullback. Dickon rolls left. He pitches forward,
and it goes out of bounds.
And that's going to be a penalty against London. Illegal forward pass.
We're just trying so hard. Yeah, there's a flag out there.
No, they're going to call clip against London. That's going to hurt, Gary.
You got that right.
Well, it's 2nd and 1 on the way to getting a first down if he just turned the ball upfield.
I wonder if we could call this game off and come back and play this tomorrow. The way this is starting out, I'm telling you, everything's going against us. We can't seem to do anything right.
Just seems like a pretty unenthused London Red Raider football team right now. I don't know what's going to take to get them fired up here, but...
Well, we got the officials having a little conference there. They're calling a clip like you said.
Rather, I think they're also calling that signal's a loss of down signal also. So I think they're going to call that illegal forward pass also, because it looked like that pitch was underhanded and went forward.
Yeah. So. But was he behind the line of scrimmage when he pitched it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
So if you're behind the line of scrimmage, it isn't. Huh?
Well, you throw it underhand. He threw it underhand.
It doesn't matter how you throw it.
Well, they're calling illegal forward pass.
He might have been past the line of scrimmage.
Call. Yeah, he might have been past the line of scrimmage. That could be a possibility. It's like Lakewood's got single coverage on the bottom of the screen down here.
It's 3rd and 4. London needs 4.
Dickens back to pass. He's got some time.
He's going to get that 4. He does. I'm pretty sure he picks up the first down. And then some, which was a very smart play. He didn't. The receivers were covered. I tell you what, their defensive receivers, defenders are sticking pretty close to London's receivers.
Yeah, a lot of times in single coverage too. So they seem to be pretty quick at those cornerback and defensive back positions.
And they're coming up on London, making London think they're going to, and watch them come up on Wheeler and back off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, London's got their I formation. It looks like Willard, hand of Willard.
Nothing doing. He's caught behind the line of scrimmage. So we got 2nd and 10 on the 44-yard line. We have a score of 7-0 with 10 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Sean Myers goes in.
Well, Gary, so far I'm pretty impressed with this Lakewood defense. They seem to be a little undersized, but seem to be extremely quick in the defensive backfield position and making them all the right tackles and all the right reads. There's Laney coming around.
Yeah, he's going to be caught at the line of scrimmage. He might pick up a yard or 2, but he ran into a host of tacklers.
It's like led by Jason Neller there and number 11 Mike Dawson. So like those defensive backs are not afraid to get in there and hit.
London's got the play in. Enlow brings the play in. We got 9:27 to go in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 Lakewood.
Looks like London's going to line up Wheeler to the bottom of your screen, Enlow to the top. Tyree's on the top of your screen at tight end. He's looking for Inlow. He's throwing deep.
He can't get there. He makes the dive, but he just couldn't quite get there. I could see he wasn't going to make it. Just about a foot too long.
That's going to bring up 4th down for London, so looks like Inlow's going to get to, after that long run, have to go back in there now and punt the ball. That punting team comes on for London.
Penalty only charged against the Raiders. The penalty was for try. And that will make it 4th down for the Raiders.
4th and 9 after the penalty.
Looks like going deep for Lakewood's number 12, Jason Neller. He's one of those quick defensive backs.
Neller sounds too close to Nether to me.
Oh, a high snap.
What else can go wrong?
Now Inlow's going to shank one.
He does get it off, get it London roll. So we do get it back across the 40.
It's going to go out of bounds at the London 35, so they're going to, Lakewood's going to take over at, actually at the Lakewood 35, I'm sorry.
What else? That's what I'm saying. What else can go wrong?
Well, that could have been London's 5th turnover right there, so that was kind of scary. Good job by Josh Inlow to get that thing off.
Yeah, he done that a week or so ago. He had to make
unfortunately, he's had practice.
Make a run and punt on a run. So we got 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. The Lancers take over 7-0, and 8:58 to go in the 2nd quarter. Lancers got pretty much the same type of offense London looks like. I thought it was going to pick quarterback keeper.
Looks like he picks up almost 6 yards.
I got a feeling their quarterback, number 5, is going to be the man. Zach McKinney. Wasmuth in on that tackle. McKinney's 5'11" and 182-pound senior. Runs a 40 and 3.6.
He might be stretching that one just a little.
2nd and 4.
But he is quick, though. He does pick his spots to run the ball. Looks like
quick hit up middle, and they
handing off to the fullback, and that's Tyree all over him.
Looked like he might have got hit by 2 or 3 London players that time. That might have been a gargle. Not quite enough for a gaggle.
That was Micah Stokes and Jordy Jackson also getting off the bottom of that pile. So, you know, at Lakewood, it's been, don't want to say predictable, but you know, their 2 main plays look like the option play where they try to get McKinney on the outside, and then the fullback dive, which is, of course, that's normally the first play to set up the option. So
they're playing smart too. You watch, they'll run Wheeler, they'll have him running a long way.
Back again.
Now, see how far the wide receiver goes down the field.
Yeah, I don't think we can catch that on TV. But
right. But
instead of the wide receiver blocking, he's just faking a long pattern,
and that definitely will take its toll on Wheeler when it comes to offense. He's got to be getting tired. So we got a 4th and 1. London puts Wheeler back. This looks like it ought to be a fake punt here. The way they've been holding us, they're going to punt. Just about got it.
That's the quarterback doing the punt, and he does a nice job of getting that thing downfield.
Inside the corner, we got the ball on about the 18-yard line?
Looks like about a 42, 43-yard punt there. So nice punt by the quarterback here, Zach McKinney.
Yeah. First and 10 on the 19-yard line. Carl's you're doing all kinds of stuff over to try to keep warm, ain't you?
I'll tell you what, Gary, London's really had no field position at all so far. Of course, a lot of that they brought on themselves, but London's not had much starting position to do anything.
We have had nothing so far. It's time to pick it up.
Looks like Laney coming through the middle. So he picks up about 3 yards.
Had Willard leading him.
Number 22, PJ Laney, the ball carrier.
7-0, 6:42 to go in the first half.
Second down.
It's going to get colder too, Carl. I told you didn't have enough clothes. You want my jacket? 2nd and 8 on the 21-yard line. Quick handoff to Laney. He's got a hole up the middle, and he will pick up the first down.
Nice run there by B.J. Laney. I don't know where he found that hole at, but he managed to squeeze his way through there.
Yeah, once he got past the original line of scrimmage, he's able to do a little cut back there and squeeze out a few more yards. So we got a 1st and 10 now on about ball's pretty close to the 30-yard, right on the 30-yard line, I guess.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Tyree in motion. Another handoff to Laney with Tyree leading him through the hole. Laney's got outside. He's got some room. Does he have the speed? They have the angle. Can they catch him? Pick him up, baby. And he's going to be run out of bounds on almost a strip. Yeah, he was going for a strip. Laney all the way down to about the 4-yard line.
That was number 18, Kyle Neller. Finally ran him down there. So big play by B.J. Laney.
I could see that the guy had the angle to run him down. And he actually, when he went for the tackle, he wasn't really going for a tackle. He was going for a strip and knock him out of bounds. He almost got it. Strong arm Laney hung on to that ball, so now London's in scoring position now. 1st and goal on the 4-yard line.
Well, Jerry, maybe that's a play London needed to get excited about playing this football game. They've been kind of walking zombies so
Sure
far.
got the crowd into it as Willard Dickens keeps the ball. He gets down to about 2. So make it about 2nd and 2 now. That's right, quick hitter. 2-2-2. Clear across the board, Carl. Ball's on the 2-yard line. Second quarter.
2 timeouts left for each team. There's Dickens under center.
Quick hitter.
Nothing doing there for
it
Willard.
Second try. I think they might have tried to go over Tyree, and they doubled up on Tyree.
Well, we had a little extracurricular activity on the field there that was going to result in a penalty against London, but it wasn't called.
No, I don't think we're going to have
Nothing called.
Keep that laundry clean. We got a 3rd and 1. We got to punch this one in now because I don't like them fourth down calls.
Well, it looks like Laney's checked back into the ball game.
It's got to be a quarterback sneak. Only got 1 yard to go.
That's Laney. He's in.
Should be a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Finally got a signal. I kept looking for an official to throw his hands up. I couldn't find one. 7-6. Yeah, got my glasses on. So London's got something to be happy about now after all the mistakes. Maybe we're trying to play this game mistake-free now. As the Chuck spinning footballs go through the crowd. Chuck donates those balls every year. Yep, definitely got to get a good snap.
Deo to hold.
It's down. And it's
get through? No.
It looked like it was low. It looked like it might have been blocked.
Looked like the snap was a little low. Dale had a little trouble getting a hold of it. And Myers tried to boot it through there, but just couldn't make it happen. So
4:15 to go in the half. We have a score of London 6, Lakewood 7. I know it. We have not. I don't think there's too many more things we could do that could go wrong, could go against us.
Well, Gary, I've been kind of wanting to mention all night some good news.
Okay.
I don't know if anybody heard, London had an 8th grade player, Todd Bethard, went down in practice on Wednesday night and had to be life flighted out. I saw Todd today. He's up and walking. He had a little swelling in his back. He was numb for a while, but it seems like he's got no permanent injury, so that's good news.
That's great.
For people in London that might have heard about that situation. So a little shout out to Todd if he's out there. Hang in there, buddy.
Yeah, that's good. Wonder how you like that helicopter ride. That's probably the highlight of the whole thing. But that's scary. Your kid going to the university hospital, being life flighted. You're sitting there saying, what in the world?
Yeah, he experienced some numbness right away, and he had some swelling around his spinal cord, and apparently Thank goodness everything turned out just great.
Yeah. Yeah. Carl said, "Thank God, don't thank no goodness." I'll go for that. I'll buy that. As the ball falls off the tee, what else can go wrong? I ain't going to see there. Yeah, you heard you.
Yeah.
I told you things on the microphone.
Looks like
Myers kick goes to 10-yard line. It's going to be returned. They got a good return on here.
That's number 5, McKinney, the quarterback. He gets a nice return for the Lancers.
McKinney does it all. Goes out and catches passes, plays quarterback, return man on the kickoff, return on the punts. If we take him off the team, we can stop him. We got 4:06 to go in the first half, and the score is 7-6. Lancers on top.
Look at referee had a nice arm.
That's what I told you. I saw him throw it a while ago, buddy. He threw it, well, like he might have been a quarterback. Here comes that quarterback again, and he's knocked down by number 31.
That was a nice tackle there by Matt Russell, the sophomore.
Got a flag flying there, yeah. Matt slid in there and put a shoestring on him.
Oh, that flag was thrown right in the territory of holding there, so.
Matt just wants to play. Matt likes to get there, and he's a hard-nosed kid. Yeah, I couldn't believe I'd seen him with his shirt off there. That boy, he's bulked up too. I think they do that tie bow. I thought about doing tie bow until I looked at it. I said, no bow for Gary bow.
Well, I just happened to notice Matt has checked in for Andre Tyree, so let's hope there's not anything wrong with Andre. It seems so they're sitting on the bench.
He's just tired.
Penalty holding against the Lancers. As marked off the spot of the foul, 10-yard penalty.
That's going to bring up 1st and 20, so.
That's a good break for us.
Look for maybe McKinney to go back, try to pass the ball.
He lays it out. What is going on here? We're just trying to get penalties, aren't we?
Yeah, it seems like we're trying to give this ball game away, whether it was by yellow hankies or turnovers.
I don't know what caused that, but there was some fists flying.
No room for boxing and football, Gary. Enough said.
2nd and 20. I tell you what, and the team knows that you get upset like that, they'll come at you. They'll end up causing you to do something, either get put out or do something. But anyway, we got a 2nd and 20 on the 30-yard line. Got a man in motion. Dickens with him.
Yeah, it's Neller in motion. They always look for him. That's a lateral. London could get on that ball.
London's got the ball.
Dickens picks it up.
He can pick it up. And he gets run out of bounds on about the 5-yard line. So London's got a good chance to pick up another score before we go in at halftime.
Well, so sometimes what comes around goes around, Gary, and London's had their fair share of turnovers. About time Lakewood gets.
It's time for us to capitalize on one now. Yeah.
Inside 5-yard line. He was run out of bounds by number 69, Jonathan Troy.
It was only fitting for Dickens to make that play. He followed him clear across the field. Right in there on the play.
It's going to bring up 1st and goal from about the 5, so. Got enough room to throw one of them passes here, but. That's Laney, nowhere to go there.
Yeah, nothing doing. He hit there, and there's nothing, a whole wall of tacklers sitting there waiting on him.
Ran into Frank Dawson there, and I think he ran into that big 300-pounder there, Wolfinger.
Both of them sound like the Dalton gang. Dawson and Wolfhanger. Ball's on the 4. 2nd and 4.
It's like Dickens signal to get Myers in there quicker to get the play in, so.
side, to the near side of the field. Dickens gets off, he's looking in for Myers. It looked like it was holding him.
That looks like our cameraman's calling for interference.
It looked like
we'll give him one of them striped shirts up there.
It looked like interference from here. You say you use what, Carl? Buffalo package.
Well, it's going to bring up third down for London.
Got Tyree back in. Put him back there and give him Buffalo package. Then run over by. We're on 3rd and 4. 7-6 Lancers right now.
Looks like Dickens going to roll out. He's got some room. He can get the corner. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Dickens. I knew he had the ball, but it also looked like Dickens slowed down before he got in. So we got a score now of 12-7. London takes the lead.
Well, as you saw right there, how important it is for wide receivers to hold their blocks downfield. Josh Inlow did a nice job there. Allowed Dickens to get the corner and allowed him to get the touchdown. So. Looks like London's going to go for 2.
Try to get that point back. Oh, and we had Tyree move, but Tyree's saying they moved. So who did move? They're going to call against London. I know it, and he's mad too.
Defense is allowed to move there just as long as they don't get into the neutral zone area. If they do jump into the neutral zone, it is called encroachment on the defense, and it's a 5-yard penalty. So.
5-yard penalty.
You're saying defense can get up and down and up and down?
As much as they want, as long as they don't get in that neutral zone.
Well. We have a 1st and 3 now. 1st and 3. We're going for an extra point.
It's like
Timeout London. They're going to change. Now they're still going to go for 2. May not feel too comfortable with the kicking game, but I'd get the 1 anyway. You wouldn't get the 1, Carl?
Oh, I think I'd try to get 2 if I could.
How much time are you looking at?
I noticed that he had a lot of
Okay. I don't know. We got. I'm supposed to have somebody come up here and do a thing on the bond levy. So, how what's the wind like up there?
I just remember that showcase.
Pretty cold.
Sun shining, Carl?
You need to come down, do you? I should have bought you. I got a heater I could set up there and just let the heat blow on you from up there. It would keep you warm. Huh? No, just let it blow right behind you and blow right up on you and just keep you warm. Here we go for 2. 12-7 right now. London's going for 2 points after a penalty on that.
Wheeler at the top of your screen. They're going for Tyree. He was wide open.
He was wide open and with a lot of pressure on Dickens. He was hit when he tried to release the ball.
Looks like number 15, Eric White for Lakewood, had nice pressure on Dickens and caused the pass to go a little short. So it's going to make the score.
7-12, and we got 2:39 to go in the first half.
So you're a little school, you go over there as a class A man, kick everybody.
London will be kicking off here in a minute.
How about that? Great. How about that? Got 2 points. They got to do the season. You graduated last year. You're going to graduate this year. That gives me 5 years with the band. 5 years, I think, president.
You know, Gary, maybe it's just me, but I haven't heard or seen number 54, Dusty Jones, out there all night for London. So, in fact, I just spotted him on the sidelines. He's not even dressed, so I don't know what's going on there.
He might be in, you know, at 1 week he thought he had a concussion. It's possible he could be hurt. I don't know. I'm not even going to speculate.
Yeah. But I do see him down there on London sidelines. He's not dressed, so I was kind of wondering. You know, he's talking about looking for that emotional leader, and of course that's normally Dusty. He's the one that gets them fired up. So
here comes the kick, and it's a good line drive, clear down to about the 5-yard line.
That's number 5, McKinney. He's got some wheels,
and he's got a lane all the way up to about the 44-yard line.
I tell you, he's got about 80 yards in return yardage so far tonight for Lakewood.
We're down to 2:31 in the first half, and we have a score of 12-7. London on top as Lakewood takes over 1st and 10 on the 41-yard line.
How long it takes you to get down there? You want it before the half or after?
It's like Lakewood's got 2 receivers at the bottom of your screen.
I'll wait then. Okay.
Quick handoff inside, and they got a good 5-yard run there by the fullback.
That's Randall Atkins again. We've been seeing him quite a bit. You know, that's been one of the big consistent things for London all years. Tackled by number 4, Jordy Jackson.
Yeah. You hear his name called a lot. 2nd and 6 on the 45-yard line. We're down to the 2-minute mark.
Lakewood comes with that same formation, 2 men to the bottom of your screen.
Same play.
That's Atkins, a fullback again, and he looks like he's got a 1st down.
36.
Tyree made the tackle.
He's only a junior, 195-pounder. And we're down below 2 minutes now, and 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line.
Lakewood's going to have to kind of speed it up here a little bit if we're going to try to. Quarterback still got it. He pitches.
Pitches out. And we got a little speedster. He's still on the roof. And it's close to a 1st down.
That's number 12, Jason Neller again. He's lined up a wide receiver. He's lined up at flanker, and now he's taking the pitch. So kind of doing a little bit of everything for Lakewood.
He's a little speedster.
Calling it a 1st down.
Yeah,
so.
move the chains. They can't get the chains to move.
Well, they'll stop the clock for Lakewood for just a second until the chains get set.
It looks like a new chain gang over there.
There's the fullback dive again to Atkins.
Yeah, and they're not wasting any time. They're going to try to score.
Solid 7 yards there, look like. So London's defense needs to get a little fired up here.
7 yards and a cloud of dust.
Lakewood's not going to waste any time.
Down under a minute. 2nd and 2.
There's Keller around the right-hand side.
And he's hit from behind. His own man got him, didn't he? He got knocked into by 45.
Looks like Lakewood's going to use the timeout there.
Willard knocked his own man into him from the way it looked from here and took him down. So they got a 2nd and 3 on the 26-yard line. We got 48 seconds. The score is like 12-7. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what I said. It's just like 12-7. Like it or leave it. Love me or leave me or let me be lonely. Is that a song?
You guys are in rare form tonight.
Yeah, really. We're down to 48 seconds to go in the first half. 12-7.
Well, Gary, with the amount of time left, looks like Lakewood's going to have to try to at least put the ball up in the air a little bit. So London's had pretty good pressure on McKinney when he does go back to pass. He's back to pass.
And he's still got the ball.
He's throwing the looper. That's Wheeler.
Picked off.
No.
Oh, he missed it. He thought he had it. He's still got 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. And they're going to be 2nd and 10 on the 26-yard line.
Yeah, London did get nice pressure on him. Of course, he didn't drop back very far, so we may see McKinney try to sprint one around the wide side of the field here. That'll be the bottom of your screen. He's a quarterback. He's a slick one.
Start the clock. Got a man in motion. McKinney wheels it up, sets it up quick, throws out of bounds. So we still got a 3rd and 10, 36 seconds to go.
Well, it looks like he was trying for Aaron Swinetack, the motion man there.
I don't know if they're in field goal range or not. I don't know what kind of field goal kicker they got.
Well, right now we'd be looking at one from over 50 yards. So.
And we got a timeout, London.
No, actually looks like we'd be looking at about a 43, 44 yarder from here. So. It looks like we still got a crosswind, so I wouldn't say the odds would be real good.
So we got timeout London, and the score is 12-7. The ball's on the 26-yard line of London, and Lancers are knocking on the door. 3rd and 10.
Well, Gary, we really had kind of an uneventful first half. You know, the fumble recovered by Dickin that set up the London score, the long run by Laney, it sets up the London score, and long run by McKinney, it sets up the Lancers score. So
big plays have been the main thing in this game so far. Here we go, Lancers set up. Got a wide out to the left.
Single coverage on the bottom of your screen. McKinney's back to pass.
He's looking one way.
Motion man.
He had him there, just overthrowed him.
It's like Dickin out there on the coverage.
From here, Dickin looked like he might have had pretty good coverage on him. So we're going to go to 4th and 10. Josh Dickin.
Well, if Lakewood's got one in their bag of tricks here, this is probably the time to run it, right before halftime. So
yeah, they got 30 seconds to go. I'd say if we're making a running play.
And we're going to try the reverse.
Got a reverse.
That's Neller, but they're nothing doing.
Yeah, and he's going to be hung up. And who got a hold of him that time? 22 looked like Laney was in on that play.
Well, it looks like O'Farrell, 44, did a nice job of holding his ground from the defensive tackle position on that side of the field and turned him back in. And looked like, who made tackle, you say, Willard?
Scott Willard, and I thought I seen Laney in on there too.
So London takes over on downs with 22.4 seconds left to go in the first half.
And we are leading. What's your call here, Coach?
Well, I don't know. I guess if London's got something in their bag of tricks, now might be the time to run it. But I think London would be pretty happy to get out of here with a 12-7 lead
12-7
at
halftime.
So.
Take a knee.
Looks like they're going to take a knee.
Yeah. Yeah, that's smart. I think that's smart play. Take a knee and go in the halftime with the lead.
Going to be happy with that lead at halftime.
Yeah, for real. So stick around, folks. I have one of the school board members with me, and I got a few questions I want to ask him about the bond levy. See if we can get some answers and get you people a little more information about what's going on this levy coming up here to November 7th. Final score at the first half, 12-7, London on top. And thanks a lot. And we got the London Marching Band.
Class of 1995. Please join me in welcoming members of the Red Raider Alumni Band as they perform Louie Louie with the high school band. Tonight's soloists are Brian and Kayla McNeese.
Got some Alumni up here, huh? Mind the way the camera? I didn't know where they were. There they are. I couldn't see them when I was sitting.
direction of Mr. David Frank.
We have game is going back up now. It's like 12-7. Huh? That's just, Carl, you're so old, you don't understand. When I say it's like 12-7, that's what it is. It's like 12-7, you know. You ain't never heard, it don't make no sense. It's like 12-7. I mean, you know, like, you know, dig this, man, you know.
I think I need a translator now.
Yeah, he sounds like Red Rutherford. Get off my back. You act just like Red. Red said you was the boss.
Thank you.
Carl, we got some food down here. Got kickoff taken at about the 5-yard line.
It's number 12, Neller. He's pretty quick.
And he ain't going nowhere this time.
Ooh.
He is met and dropped at the 15-yard line.
Looked like Micah Stokes, 69 down there. Jordy Jackson was there too.
What they got there? They got hot popcorn, Carl, and brats.
Looks like the good people down at the concession stand came through for us again. A little popcorn.
Yeah,
brats.
they've been taking care of us the last. Except they send the hot chocolate. You want that, huh? I don't think they send any of that. The popcorn's hot.
Looks like fullback dive again. That's Andre Tyree and Jordy Jackson there on the tackle.
Underneath there was somebody else with him too. Dickin, I believe, was in on that too.
Was he? It's going to bring up about 2nd and 7 for Lakewood.
London might have got it on track. We are a score 12-7. We're in the 3rd quarter.
That's McKinney back to pass.
And he's dropped. Sacked by, who is that? Jordy Jackson. Jordy Jackson come from the far side.
Jordy did make a nice play there. He's quick.
Nice sack. And then he called. Willard was in on that tackle too. You okay, Carl? Man's having fits up there.
Our cameraman just got a cramp in his jaw from yawing too. That's McKinney back to pass. Oh, and throws a nice arm
and
there.
It's incomplete. So London makes forces a 3 and out, and Lakewood's going to have to punt.
Well, McKinney's managed to get off a couple of good punts tonight for Lakewood.
Tell you what, we're coming out with a good start. I like the looks of this start. It's a lot better than starting the first half.
Well, London needs to control some field position. I think most of the first half they were playing in Lakewood's end of the field. They're playing in their own end of the field, basically.
We still have a score of 12-7. It almost was
It's a
blocked.
low punt. Looks like Wheeler's going to pick it up.
No
He's
reason.
going to let it go.
Yeah, no reason to grab that one. London will take over on about the 34-yard line.
About a 22-yard punt there, Gary.
Yeah.
So, looks like London's going to might be able to capitalize on this good field position.
That's a low punt. They had good pressure on the punter.
Raiders will take over at the Lakewood 34-yard line.
First and 10 on the 34-yard line. London Red Raiders will take over, leading 12-7. We are in the third quarter.
So they're going to line up Wheeler at the top of your screen, Enlow at the bottom. Pro-I formation.
Here comes Laney. He's still on his feet. Good run by Laney.
It's like number 15, Eric White, finally brought him down for Lakewood.
We got a head every time he gets a good run. It pops right dead up in front of us. You can't see him. I lose him. First and 10 on the 22-yard line. Laney made a good run there.
Yeah, I don't know where he finds the hole at, but it's just big enough to squirt through there.
It's all timing. That's what it's all about.
Like Tyree in motion. That's Dickens. Oh, that's Laney.
Laney swings to the outside. He's still looking for room.
Looks like he got a first down, or he's close anyway.
He's very close. It could be.
BJ's got to be up over that 100-yard mark for the third week in a row here, I think.
I want you to watch them when they go in motion. The average back, you see when a guy goes in motion, he taps the quarterback. They just more or less tapping. When Tyree goes in motion, I think he moves the quarterback. The young man don't know how strong he is. He'll call his backfield motion play on that.
That's another first down for London, so Wheeler to the top of your screen, in low, down low. Looks like they're going to go to the fullback Wheeler.
Fullback dive, and it's could be, won't be close. It's getting a little rough out there. Willard ain't liking what is going on, whatever it is.
That looks like 34, Frank Dawson for Lakewood on the tackle.
Boy, this popcorn's good, Carl.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for London.
Carl's up there freezing and you're telling him what to do.
Second and 9 on the 10-yard line. Here comes Laney. He cuts it back inside. He'll pick up about 3 yards.
Number 22, BJ Laney, ball carrier. He's back up on number 15, Eric White. And number 44, Cody Davenport.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for London. They could get a first down here before they get to the goal line. It's pretty important for London to punch this over and take control of this ball game.
They're on the 5 right now. 8 minutes to go in the third quarter.
He's got room. He's got one man to beat.
And I'm not sure what he got there.
Looks like Jason Neller for Lakewood made a nice open field tackle there on Dickens.
I can't see. I got a man keep standing up in front of me.
Now it's going to bring up 4th and 1. Actually, they're calling it 4th and 2 from the 3-yard line. So London can get a first down here.
We got to pick up his 2. This is a very important play right here. Let's go to Laney.
Looks like
He's caught in the backfield. Nothing doing.
Well, you hate to second guess there, but 3 points would have put London up by more than a touchdown and an extra point. So 3 points should have been pretty important right there for them. They would have made it 15-7, but that's hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah, sure is. So London turned the ball over, 1st and 10 on the 6-yard line. My second guess on that was the second man through. There's a lot of time there. The quicker you get to that line, the easier it seems to me to get the 2 point, the extra yardage, but it didn't happen. Here comes the Lancer. He hit by Tyree. I heard pads cracking on that hit.
Looked like Rando Atkins, number 36, the fullback there. Well, Andre gets a little bit more of a head of steam up from that linebacker position, so that's why you hear them pads cracking.
You sure enough heard him crack that time. How's your jaw, Carl? I told you that happened to me last week.
That's Atkins, the fullback again.
He's still driving. It's not going to be enough for a first down, though. It's going to be short. It's going to make it about 3rd down and about 2 or 3.
Number 36, Brandon Atkins, the ball carrier. Number 4, Jordy Jackson. Number 10, Josh Dickens. Number 21,
That's pretty important here for London. See if we can pin them back. Just maybe get off another short punt so London gets some more good field positions.
3rd and 3 on the 13-yard line. Got 6:15 to go. London's still leading by 12-7.
That's that.
Oh, it's trouble.
Second man through there.
He's still running. As Dickens,
He's a horse, isn't he?
Yeah, he don't want to go down.
Like the Josh
All the way
Dickens.
down to about the 37-yard line.
Like Josh Dickens finally needed help from Jordy Jackson to get him down there. So. Big first down for Lakewood there.
He had a good head of steam up there, so he rolled. We got a first down for Lakewood now, 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line.
Well, Lakewood's been running a lot of the inside plays, and look for them to finally get something set up here for maybe to fake inside and then send McKinney around the outside. Or maybe even a pass play. They've had shown some signs of ability there in the first half.
We're under 6 minutes.
As Atkins a fullback again.
They definitely keep a receiver downfield all the time. One thing I'm seeing is they run their fakes out and they run their routes all completely through. 2nd and 6 on the 42-yard line.
Yeah, they've been going with this full house backfield quite a bit. Kind of a back to pass.
Oh no, no.
No, I don't care. Once that ball's hit, you can grab anybody and pull them any direction you want to. So once that ball's made contact, so I don't understand that flag.
I think he's going to call on an interference on Wheeler.
I'd like to get in the argument with the Zebras there, but
I think it was a bad call.
it didn't look like to me.
It was awful close.
It didn't look like to me he'd hit him before that ball got there.
The flag was awful late too.
That's going to bring up first down for Lakewood, so. Lakewood continues to move on down the field here. They're trying to tie this ball game up.
The official ain't going to stop walking, is he? He decided to take a couple more steps while I might get a couple winner while I'm at it. 1st and 10 on London's 43-yard line. Lakewood's on the move with a little luck here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of inside running here. Like I said, they might be setting up McKinney to go around outside.
They're keeping that full house backfield.
And Atkins is a horse, isn't he?
Yeah,
he just keeps digging in there, doesn't he?
As long as you keep them feet moving, and long as how big is Atkins? 192 pounds, 5'8", so that's Pretty stocky load there. 2nd and 7 on the 40-yard line.
McKinney around the right-hand
We're
side.
waiting on him. He's nailed by number 25.
That's David Wasmuth with a nice
David,
play.
you go, David.
Come up from a strong safety position there.
Tackled by number 25, David Watson.
Carl, you think there's something wrong with this kid down here in front? What's his name, Bray? What did you say his name was?
Oh, Seth Ray.
Seth Ray. Right down in front of us with this skin suit on. He's got to be cold. Look at this.
It's almost 40 degrees out here.
Mind over matter.
Ooh, Scott Willard just made a nice hit there on McKinney.
Beautiful tackle.
He didn't fall for that fake at all.
London's tightening up the defense now. We got a 3rd and 13. Yeah. 3:30. We're under 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, and we still have a score of 12-7. London did have their chance. Needed 1 or 2 yards down on about the 4-yard line. Couldn't punch it in.
It's 4th and 12. McKinney back to punt.
And he gets a good one off.
It's a low one.
It's going to be
returnable.
returned.
Maybe. That's
Myers. Bottom line is hold on to the ball. And I think the whole team's on him, Carl. Good Lord. Where's he at? Can he get up? Yeah, they took his helmet. Mars looking for another one of them touchdowns. It ought to be a penalty on them piling on.
We're talking to Lakewood, so it looks like this is going to go against London. I don't know what this penalty could be thrown right there. The only person there was Sean Myers from London.
Now they're calling a penalty way back.
We got one at midfield. Well, there's one up by where Sean was tackled at too. So
yeah, we'll find out. Yeah,
checking the book.
Checking it twice. Want to find out if you're naughty or nice. As cold as this, Santa could come in tonight, couldn't he? How we doing on time, Carl? Okay.
Well, this looks like it's going to go against London. It's just at this point going to be determined how far, whether Lakewood's going to get maybe some type of a first down out of this. I don't know.
Let's hope not. Face mask.
That was the second penalty against London, so it's going to be offsetting penalty unless it was a 5-yard face masking. But it looks like offsetting penalties here.
They still can't seem to make up their mind what they want it to be. As Mars makes his way on the field with the play, they're still conferring with the captains.
Well, it depends on where the penalty happened. If the ball was in the air, it looks like the flag downfield here may be a possibility that the face mask might have happened before London took possession of the ball. And the unsportsmanlike looked like it's happened after London took possession of the ball. So that's probably why they're checking their book.
Did they have a book out there?
Looked like it.
Oh, I didn't see a book. Now that's pretty rough when you got to go to the book. You got to get out the book. The book will hurt you.
Looks like London's backing up.
London ended up, now they moved the ball toward, now they're getting ready to mark it off. A big one. Gee, man.
Well, Gary, I think we're going to need a translator to understand exactly what happened there.
Listen. Okay, it was a face mask against Lancers and unsportsmanlike conduct. I didn't catch that penalty on us.
Well, it happened at the bottom of the pile there where Sean Myers was, so. I think he maybe got a little upset with too many guys piling on top of him. That's Dickon back to pass. He's got Wheeler.
He airs it out. And he's out there. Oh! This isn't his night. Yeah.
Boy, they had that snipped out. They had 3 Lakewood defenders back there on Wheeler.
And Wheeler still got his hands on it, but you know he usually comes down with those catches. Dawson was in on that play against Wheeler, but they had 3 players.
It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for London. From their own 18, 19-yard line. Looks like that's Laney. He gets hit initially by number 64.
Laney had the ball. I saw Tyree go in motion and peel back.
I think he lost about a yard, so that's going to bring up 3rd and 11, 3rd and 12 maybe for the Red Raiders. Looks like a passing situation for London. Dickens had a lot of pressure on him all night, so hadn't really had a whole lot of chance to get back in there and throw.
We got 2:20 to go in this quarter here. We are in the 3rd quarter, 12-7 London.
Shotgun formation. Dickon rolls to his right. He's got Myers up over the middle. That's going to be a first down.
It's going to be close.
It looks like
it's going to be close. I think they might call flags. They might be calling in the... Myers got hit pretty hard, but he hung on to the ball, and that's a good sign. We got timeout officials, and here comes the chain gang.
Looks like we are going to mark this thing.
When you come that far across the field, anything can happen with the chain.
We just saw Sean Myers down there on the sideline. He looked like he's okay, just trying to catch his breath. He got hit pretty hard there. Well, looks like London's missed it by about a half an inch. It's going to bring up 4th and about a half an inch.
I think we quarterback sneak it.
Well, London's leaving their offense in there. Back that second guessing thing, boy, you missed this one, and you're going to wish you never did try for this on 4th.
Yeah, especially after we didn't capitalize on it on the other end.
It's like London's Coach Calhoun's going to show a vote of confidence here in his offense. He's just going to go ahead and...
Dickens is calling his team back. He's talking to the official about something. Well, we'll see if we can draw him offside.
Yeah, that's another thought. I just happened to think of that.
Yep, they're in tight. Dickens, that ought to be there.
He's got that. He's on the bottom of the pile up about the 30-yard line.
That's the play I would have run when we was down on the goal line that time.
Well, sometimes you just have to look at that and figure out which hip of the center you want to run over top of.
Yeah.
And it's like Josh made the right call there.
So we got a 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line.
This quarter's rolling right along, Gary.
Yeah, we're right down to 144. There's still no score in it. London did have a good opportunity to score, and weren't able to capitalize on it. Score is 12-7.
It's like Dickens back to pass. He's looking for Willard over the middle. We got a flag thrown down here in the area. Looks like
that ball should have been picked off.
Looks like he's called something on the close side of the field here.
Yeah.
Against the Lakewood defender that was defending Sean Myers out there. Might be a defensive holding, possibly.
I'm hoping it was against them. Everything's been going against us so far tonight.
They're call
hey, we got a call. We got a good call against them.
Yeah, I think that was on the cornerback that was covering Sean Myers out here on the close side of the field, bottom of your screen.
Are you able to move your fingers, Carl? Okay. Lockjaw. I told you it hurts when that happened to me.
Sometimes defensive holding, I think, is automatic first down, but we'll see here. It looks like they're going to be short of that's going to be a first down.
Move the chains. 1st and 10 on the 40. I tell you what, we was lucky that it didn't get intercepted.
Well, we haven't seen that play much. Willard over the middle like that. So there's Laney.
They haven't been able to use him too much tonight. Laney picks up about 3 or 4 yards.
Well, it looks like I see another yellow hanky laying over there on the 40-yard on the line of scrimmage. So dirty laundry once again, and that looks like it's going to be against London possibly.
And I tell you, these
illegal procedure against London, so that's going to set them back another 5.
These teams been watching the films of us too, and they know it's very easy for. We got some kids that get rattled pretty easy.
Well, it looks like Coach Calhoun's decided to take Josh Dicken out of the ball game. He got a little flustered there and got into a little skirmish on the field with a Lakewood player, and he's decided to pull him out of the ball game. It's like sending Ross Deo, number 11, the quarterback of the troop.
Carl, I think that came out over the loudspeaker system. It sounded like it. He's up there singing Deo. Either that or they heard. I could hear you coming. They hear it coming over the front of the window.
Oh, Gary, maybe this is a spark London may be needing.
And we got a timeout. Somebody.
Looks like an official's timeout.
Got Mars. Mars was set out wide. No, it's a London timeout. As Coach Calhoun goes out on the field to talk to his troops, and he's also taking Dickens with him.
That's what's happened here. London had to use a timeout to get Dicken back in the ball game. So Deo comes off, Dicken goes back in. So.
And that can be frustrating because I know Dale wanted it in there.
Yeah.
Dale being a senior. But pick up the London.
Standing on that cold sidelines all night.
Yeah.
You know, once you're forced into action, it might be a little tricky, but I think Coach Calhoun wanted to have a second talk to Josh Dicken, just try to settle him down and get him back to playing football.
Well, we get some hot wings down there for them players and warm them up. We are 59 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and the score is 12-7. 1st and 15 after a 5-yard penalty. 1st and 15 on the 36-yard line. Dicken is back in the game. London has 2 wideouts to the near side of the field.
And they got Tyree wide up the top of the screen too. So
look for him coming across.
It's going to Tyree. Go.
And they got a hold of his legs.
And a little number 18 out there. Kyle Neller, the sophomore, made the tackle there for Lakewood. I think London kind of thought if they had that one-on-one situation with Tyree, he might be able to bust open over top of somebody, but young fellow made a nice tackle on him.
Yeah. I tell you what, when you're out there lined up against somebody that big, you got to be thinking ankles. Don't be trying to hit him in the chest.
Please don't throw my way.
You get them ankles, they're going to come down.
Yeah, looks like Tyree in motion, Dicken under center again. He throws the ball, he pitches or gives it to Laney, and he kind of delays a little bit there in the backfield, and there was nothing doing there. I didn't fool Lakewood a bit.
I think he fooled you, though.
Yeah, I did for a second.
He throws it, he pitches, he gives it, he...
Yeah, at the end of the quarter.
To Laney, and we in the 3rd quarter, 12 scores still 12-7. This popcorn's still hot, Carl. I can't eat it. So, been pretty much a game of opportunity so far. London could have put it out of reach there and weren't able to do it. So we're looking at fourth quarter, getting ready to start. London will be on the offensive end, 3rd and 11 on the 40-yard line.
Yeah, London.
That's going to replay this.
Probably tomorrow.
Okay. Time of night too, or not?
Yeah, in the evening.
Carter, we get a shot of our lone cameraman down there in the end zone, Bill Bermeley, up on the... That's one dedicated football coach right there.
Is Bermeley here? Oh, yeah. That's London's cameraman. He's looking down. I don't know if he likes the upper too well. Yeah.
Well, it's going to start us into the fourth quarter here. It's hard to believe this game's still 12-7.
There's been a lot of mistakes on both sides of the ball, on both teams.
Kind of wonder what's going on just a little bit south of us down there at Madison Plains tonight, because Licking Valley's coming to town.
Now you can look for Licking Valley to eat him up. Dickens had to eat that one, and he doesn't quite get back up the line of scrimmage.
Dickens got ate up there by number 75, David Cottrell. We've heard his name quite a few times tonight for Lakewood.
Had all the receivers covered.
That's going to bring up a punting situation for London, and sometimes this is getting to be kind of exciting things going on.
Both teams have not gotten off good punts so far tonight.
Laney's the snapper. Let's see if he can do a better job this time. That's a beautiful snap there. Nice
and
punt.
A beautiful punt. It's coming down. And it's going to be handled.
Jordan Brock just barely catches him from behind.
Brock throws a shoestring tackle from behind. Good hustle by Brock. He's only a sophomore. So we can be looking for more things for him to come in the future. First and 10 on the 34-yard line as the Lancers take over.
Well, the whole second half here looks like Lakewood's pretty much been running up the middle and occasionally busting in a passing play. We haven't seen too much of the option.
They spread the offense out this time. Last group plays they were in tight.
Tighter bunched, yeah.
Yeah.
One man back. That's a swing pass. Boy, they're calling that incomplete. That almost looked like a lateral. That's close.
He threw it in front of him.
Number 5, Zach.
He's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for Lakewood. That's about the most creative we've seen him here in the second half.
I always thought it used to be a lateral if it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. But I think if it's in front of the player. You okay, Mr. Cunningham? Yeah. He dropped his crock pot. Shut up, Carl. Now you know who said it. Oh, we got a confrontation going out here where Brock Myers just did a hip toss. You missed that one. And he's being talked to. It looked like a WWF toss, slam there. Myers didn't wrestle, did he?
Yeah.
Not calling me because they can't hear me.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 9 for Lakewood. London continues with just single coverage on the receivers. It's almost like they're daring Lakewood to put the ball in the air. There's McKinney back to throw, going for his tight end.
Oh, well, we just haven't had any hands. We've had 3 or 4 times we've had chances of picking it off.
London's outside linebacker there, Jordan Brock, and B.J. Laney, the safety, made nice coverage there.
Think it's cool weather's got something to do with it? We got 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and the score is still 12-7.
I would have thought for sure we'd seen a lot more offense out of this ball game tonight.
On both sides.
Yeah.
And that's a good strong punt there. Myers.
He fumbled. He's trying to get on it. Looks like he's on it.
I tell you what, you never know what you're going to see when you come to this London game this year. It keeps your heart
He did manage to get back on it though, so.
That's good hustle, smart enough to dive on instead of trying to go get it and pick it up again.
I would really expect to see a lot more offense tonight. You know, London's only 2 scorers come off the long run by B.J. Laney. It set the one up, and then Dick can recover and the fumble set the other one up. Other than that, London's been ineffective with their offense.
I think we saved the best for last. We're getting ready to do it now. Here comes Laney.
That's Laney. Nowhere to go there.
Nope, and he's just smothered in the backfield. Yeah.
That's almost a gaggle.
Look at, he's not happy. Look at him. He's wanting some blocking, and I don't blame him. Somebody's not blocking up front, or they're getting beat. And as we all know, that's where the game is won, is in the trenches. In case you don't know where the trenches are, Red Rutherford, that's the guys on the line. Yeah. There they are, the trenches, Red.
Yeah, Gary, see if you can get you a telestrator so you can point that out.
Yeah, okay.
There's Tyree in motion. There's a lateral to Laney.
He has nowhere to go. That play is big. Ed has sniffed out that play, and there's at least 4 white jerseys all around him.
He just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. I think BJ's getting tired of getting beat up out there all by himself.
They took his helmet that time. BJ's a very emotional young man. He's not happy with this, and he shouldn't be. We got a 3rd and 12 on the 32-yard line.
I think he'd kind of like to see somebody out there hit somebody and block somebody. Seems to be kind of on his own out there in a way.
Well, after a season he had last year, he had some experienced linemen and people making holes for him, made it easy. Now it's got some kids that are learning. We got to give them a chance.
That group last year was so unheralded. I mean, they were really the backbone of that team, and they didn't get hardly any of the credit. But, you know, it looks like Enlow falls down. That's intercepted. That's number 40. Tommy Johns bringing
He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet.
Missed again.
And he's brought down on about the 8-yard line.
Looks like Mike Coyle and Jordan Brock finally put the tackle on him. So big play there for Lakewood. We may see this ball game get tied up here real quick. We're going to go ahead. Said do a little quick math there, Carl. Don't jump all over me.
I see Tyree coming off limping. We got a penalty on the.
Yeah, there's penalties on the run back on Lakewood, blocking below the belt. So that may bring them back another 10 yards from the spot. So
yeah, the spot should be way back
so
here.
That's going to really hurt Lakewood there quite a bit.
But they got the ball.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Block below the knees.
We'll bring up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Actually looks like number 15
I saw the block. It was a heck of a block. It's actually what sprung him for that run he made. So now they're going to take over.
Boy, so one of their players makes a mistake and it cost them almost a 40-yard penalty. So
and they still get 1st and 10 on it though.
That's why they called it.
Ought to be 1st and 40.
That's why they call it a team game. You know, you gotta. One person can make a mistake and cost the whole team.
Official doesn't want him to run this play, so he stopped the game.
They got 3rd down on the down marker there. So.
No, they miss Frank Cox over there. Yep.
I don't think Frank's done games for about 10 years, so.
It's been a while.
That's that big fullback.
And he's on the loose.
Laney's dragging behind him.
He didn't want to go down. 69, Michael Stoke was in on that play too.
Looks like he picked up a good 6 yards there, so maybe 5.
We're down to 8:21 to go in the contest. London on top, 12-7.
Lakewood comes down and scores a touchdown here. London's going to be really wishing they might have decided to kick that short field goal there.
And a good stop there, nothing doing there. The scoreboard says that London has the ball.
That's David Wasmuth on the tackle there for London.
Get a shot at that scoreboard, Carl. Either one, it says London has the ball. See that football up there?
Kind of wish we did have the ball.
I'm not going to tell who's on the clock.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They're going to their fullback. He's got a first down, looks like.
Well, I don't know. He drove him back.
It'll depend on where Atkins gets the spot at here. Looks like they're going to give him a pretty favorable spot.
He got hit pretty hard by Tyree.
Looks like that's going to be a first down for Lakewood.
Randy Johns also.
That looks like a first down from my view, but I've been wrong before.
Most of the time, but you're right on. You're looking right down the line. I don't know how you can miss this one.
I'd say he made it.
Carl's even fussing me. Give me a close-up, Carl. Let me see where he put that thing. Oh man, you didn't even go into digital. You could have bought it right in and made that ball look twice as big as it is.
That's going to bring up 7:28 to play in the ball game. Big first down there for Lakewood. They're driving at the London 36-yard line.
First and 10 too. London's going to tighten up here. Got to wide out to this side, the near side of the field. Quick handoff inside.
Like Tyree stands him up, pulls him down. I guess 36, Randall Atkins again on the run for Lakewood.
They're going to unleash one here in a little bit because they keep running the wide ends out. The wide receivers have keep running them pretty good distance.
That's going to bring up 2nd and 9 for the Lancers.
6:30 to go in the game. We'll have to go up there and get something and heat up Carl to get him to be able to move. It's probably froze up there. Uh-oh, cut back.
Looks like Atkins again for another, looked like he got a pretty solid 5 yards there, so.
It's going to make it about a 3rd and about 2.
You know, Lakewood hadn't shown us much of that option attack this second half with McKinney getting to the outside, so.
Oh, I'm seeing about 3rd and at least 4.
I look for Lakewood's going to have to show that here before too long. Just when that big play is needed, they'll try to get that quarterback around the outside.
Yeah, 12 and 7 is not a very substantial lead. Hold him. Uh-oh, trouble. He's on loose. Jordy Jackson finally brings him down on the 10-yard line. And we got a retaliation there. No flags. Now, where's the flags now?
Yeah, I think no harm, no foul there. I don't think anybody got punched.
Anytime London does that, they get something called on them.
That's a big first down, though, for Lakewood.
That's a big play for Jordy because that's a big man for Jordy to pull down in open field.
I don't think it's a diagram for your nose tackle to be making plays that far downfield. So
1st and 10.
That's that big fullback again. That's Atkins. He's dragging people. Looks like he gets back to the line of scrimmage there. So Lakewood's pretty much got to try to punch this thing into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do him much good.
How you figure?
Well, I mean, just makes it 12-10, but I don't think this may be the last good drive Lakewood gets all night here.
We're down to the 5-minute mark now, and it's 12-7 London. And Lakewood's knocking on the door, and they're going to send him back to Lakewood.
B.J. Laney, man, nice hit there on number 25, Ryan Brown. We haven't seen him running the ball too much.
Got a little fire there. Maybe get everybody else fired up.
That's going to bring up the
officials are pushing them back. 3rd and 8 on the 10-yard line.
Boy, London's really taking the chance on the defense that Lakewood's not going to put the ball in the air. They're playing real tight with their safeties. And this may cost them. Lakewood picks up on
Lakewood's got a full house in there.
We're going to pass the ball this time. He's still got
room. And no flags. I don't want to see no flags.
Look like Josh Dickens on that.
Dickens on that play. So that's going to make it 4th and 8 on the 10-yard line. So this means air ball.
Well, looks like
Lakewood.
Lakewood's going to take a little time out and try to think about this.
Give another shout out to Ralph Watts down there at Dixie. He's usually down there with Juan Valdez. If it wasn't for Juan Valdez, Dixie wouldn't be open, Carl. It would. Those guys could drink up all that coffee.
There's the dancing.
Yeah, dancing doom. Yeah, there we go.
Looks a little under the weather.
Tell you what, she was playing some good volleyball the other day. When she's on, she's tough. But when she's off, that's my buddies. They're my basketball friends. I sure hope they do good in basketball. I was talking to the Holbrooks the other day, and that Kristen tore a bunch of ligaments in her ankle this summer. She's healing up pretty good.
Oh, big play here.
There's a big play. Man wide.
It's like McKinney back to pass. His receiver fell down. Dickens going to... Oh.
That's a good play. It might have been, it might not, because he had open field.
Yep.
It was a good play, maybe, I don't know. We got the ball, that's the bottom line. But if Dickens would have kept that ball, he looked like he had a straight shot down the sideline. The guy who was there to receive the ball, but he was inside. But bottom line is, we got the ball with 4 minutes and 13 seconds to go.
Yeah, you would expect London to try to grind it out here and try to get a couple first downs, but they may have to go to the air. Lakewood defense has been pretty strong against the London run all night.
We're pretty deep in their territory, in our own territory. Laney, all right, Laney, he picks up about 5 or 6 yards. The other flag is laying down. It was laying down. Somebody's lazy. Larry, is that Larry over there? No, not flag. I'm talking about the yard markers. Isn't that Larry?
No, I think that's Chester Napper, I think.
Chester, yeah. Come on, Chet. Man. He didn't got tired holding the flag, or else his hands are cold. It's 2nd and 4 on the 16-yard line. We need this one. Hey. We got a first down.
Nice first down there, tackled by number 75.
He looked like he was getting ready to try to put that spin move on, and he got caught before he got a chance to throw it. So we got 1st and 10 on the 16-yard line. And we're down to 3:24 to go in the contest. Go Big Red. And we got a timeout, London.
It looked like Dickens was a little unsure of the personnel they had on the field there. Tyree had checked out. He looked like he got his hand smashed from the last play. And Brandon Edley checked in, but apparently Josh didn't feel comfortable, so he just called timeout.
What has Tyree got on his hand? Like a big, I saw him down on the sideline, something on his hand. He's down in front, you can't see him now, but no, Starr's not over there, so he's with the team, so he must be okay. Yeah, we're Carl said, keep the clock running. 3:15 to go in the contest. London's up 12-7. We just got to keep that clock rolling and knock off a couple first downs.
Next week. This house is still
Laney up the middle.
Laney hits that line, and all of a sudden there's nowhere to go.
It's 75. David Cottrell again there for Lakewood.
He picked up about 3 yards, so to make it about 2nd and 7.
It looks like London's game plan for here at the end of the ball game, just try to keep it on the ground and Lakewood's going to have to start using some of their timeouts here shortly. Dickin around the right-hand side. That's number 18.
He went out of bounds. That'll stop the clock.
That's Kyle Keller tearing him down.
Carl, I think the wind's done changed coming this way now.
But was he in bounds or did he go out of bounds?
He went out of bounds.
That's going to bring up about 3rd and 5.
Nope, you go to short side, you're right. There's not much left. And Myers comes in the game with the play. We got a 3rd and 4 with on the 28-yard line. We got 12-7 London leading with 2:27 to go in the contest.
Well, with as exciting as London's punts have been all night, I think I'd rather see him try to get a first down here on this play. So
they're rolling out with Dickens.
Dickens going to roll.
And nothing doing.
Nothing.
Number 10, Josh Dickens, the ball carrier. Tackle by number 15, Eric White.
Looks like London's going to send in their punt team. I don't think Dickens was real happy with how he got tackled there, but...
Well, that brings up a 4th down for the Raiders.
4th and 4. Got the punt team in, like you said.
That's Laney to snap, in low to kick.
Watch him pick it up and throw it. Whoa.
High snap. Looks like Lakewood's trying to set up. It's a short kick, fair catch by number 15. So it looks like Lakewood, with the minute 38 left to go in this ball game, is going to have a little bit of field position.
Yeah, they're going to end up on about the 45-yard line, 46, 47.
You know, they did a nice job at the end of the first half trying to score with a very little bit of time left on the clock. They didn't punch it in, but they was able to move the ball with their hurry-up offense.
They got to put in their 2-minute drill now. It's 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. London leading with 1:38 to go in the contest. London's up 12-7. It's been that way the biggest part of the game.
We've had a little shift in the wind here. Looks like Lakewood's got the wind to their back now. Fumble, maybe. Looks like he got it back. Looks like the handoff went to Atkins again, the fullback.
It looked like the quarterback wasn't sure he wanted Atkins to have it. He shoved it in there. Huh?
Oh, the minute 20 left to go. Lakewood's got to get creative here. Looks like they send 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Tight ends also on.
Oh, there's a big mix-up in the back, and he's still loose. And he finally goes down. And a loss of about 5-yard loss there.
The freshman Pat O'Farrell back there putting the pressure on. Made the first
We got
hit.
a timeout Lakewood with 57 seconds to go in the contest. The quarterback, there was a mix-up in the backfield. The quarterback tried to roll out of it and run into a host of London tacklers.
Well, Gary, tonight's pretty much been a defensive struggle. I mean, I'm not sure if it's excellent defense or kind of a lack of offense, but
I say it's a good defense and a whole lot of mistakes.
yeah.
These mistakes have been plaguing us all year long, though. But maybe it's going to turn out in our favor this time. Most of the time it's been going against us. So far, we got 57 seconds going. I hope I'm not jinxing them.
Well, that's London's go-ahead score. Was off of Dickens picking up the fumble and almost bringing it in the end zone.
Right.
So
we're looking at a 12-7 score. And it's 3rd and 15 on the 48 for the Lancers. They're blowing the whistle.
looks like London's fans are getting up a little bit. Look for McKinney to roll out. He's pretty athletic, but there's Willard chasing him. Stokes chasing him. He's going to run it. He gets out of bounds.
He wasn't going to get away from Tyree, I don't think.
Number 5,
So he gets out of bounds and stops the clock.
I think that's going to bring up about 4th and 8.
Down, so they're going to have to run it. Yep.
4th and 10. So this is pretty much a ball game right here. Lakewood's got to pull one out of their bag of tricks.
that brings up a 4th down.
Let's just hope they don't.
4th and 8.
London's got their safeties up tight. I might just try to back them up just a hair, just to be prepared for
and they're trying
whatever
to call
Lakewood
for a
might throw
timeout
at
or
them.
something.
Lakewood's taking an awful lot of time here. Looks like McKinney's going to roll out to his right. There's Willard chasing him.
And knocked down by Dickens. Dickens makes the play and saves the day. London will take over on the 46-yard line. Hercules, Hercules. Hercules, Hercules. 44 seconds to go in the contest, and Dickens makes the play of the game. He's come up with some pretty important roles tonight.
Well, just as important, not only Dickens, but the pressure Willard had putting him on the
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure on the quarterback. I was looking for a blitz. So we got 44 seconds. What we do? Take a knee, Carl? We're in tight. I'm looking for a knee.
Lakewood's got one timeout left, so looks like London take a knee here. And I suppose Lakewood will probably just for him out, he's take his timeout, but
it don't look like they're going to.
They're just going to let it go.
Oh, they did. They waited long. How much time we got left, Hercules? Okay. Okay. So London looks like we might pull one out here.
Yeah, it looks like next week we're off to Jonathan Alder, maybe with a 4-3 record.
12-7 right now. Huh? Pretty good.
Yeah, Jonathan Alder, I think, has got a fairly strong arm quarterback from what I've talked to him.
They usually have some speedsters up there too. But we're down to 32.8 seconds, and look like London's going to pull this one out. 12-7. It's 2nd and 10 on the 45-yard line. So coaches are happy they're all even.
Should be the last play of the ball game here. Dickens just takes a knee.
Oh, we had a chance to put it away.
He does. That should be the ball game, Eric.
That should be it. And the clock is smoking down as Carl picks it up.
Well, Gary,
London's going to come out victorious.
Can't say it's been a real memorable game for London. I mean, a couple of turnovers and stuff, but it counts in the win column, and that's the important thing.
Well, a win is a win is a win. We'll take them however we can get them. It wasn't pretty, but it was pretty because it was a win.
Yep.
And they did come out the second half and play a lot better ball. You know, things turned out a little bit better for them the second half than it was the first. So
it makes London 4-3 on the year, 1-1 in the league. So if we get Madison Plains to upset Licking Valley tonight,
I don't see that happening. I see the Nethers running wild. They'll probably be in the top 10 stats again like they was last week. Top 10 performers. I do that whenever you're ready to go, we'll shut her down, Carl. So this is no.
It's too cold up there, Carl. We can't come up there for an ending.
This is Gary McNeil.
And this is Keith Smith.
Along with Carl King saying, London just put on a victory, and if you see it and we wouldn't want to be you, check you out next week. Adios. Fade me out.